Oh! Just kidding, just kidding. But it is kind of scary. The Bish is back. And that is right, we're talking about Megan is back, but in a much smaller form. And thanks to the collaboration with Monster High, we have a Skullector doll of Megan herself. Now, this is based off of the first movie. I know the second movie just came out. I guess it could be based off of both, but I think the main outfit was from the first movie. But before we get into this doll review, I just really wanted to say that the Megan 2.0 was really good. It wasn't like a horror movie. It was more like comedy, action-y. But I do like the storyline of it. So if you haven't seen it yet, I think it's really good. It's a good segue from the first movie to the second movie and the development of Megan and her characteristics and how AI is kind of scary and how it can develop feelings, which is scary. So maybe it is a scary movie. But anyways, I want to take a moment to thank all of my current subscribers who have tuned into my channel. As always, I'm going to thank you on every video, so thank you so much. And if you are new to my channel and you like the content, whether it be the doll reviews or the gameplay, and you're not yet a rascal, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, become a rascal. It's a great community and we all treat each other with respect and we all love everything that this channel is, even if it's not anything on this channel, whether you're just enjoying the vibes, come on in. Now, let's go ahead and get on to the doll review. Now, I'm going to start off with the box as always, but we're going to kind of go at a fast pace for the box because I know it's not everybody's favorite thing to review, but the box itself is the prototype on the front, and then I love this big blown up picture of Megan. We get the Megan logo, and then of course with the 1-0s, and is there 2s on here too? No. Oh, that's cool. I just noticed that. I don't know if y'all can see, but I think that's my fingerprint. But if you could see in the 1s and the 0s are actually the Skullector for Monster High. And I'm not too sure if you can see it, but I do like that kind of collab mixture there. But it's the 1s and the 0s that, you know, form an AI, I guess. And then on the side, you get Megan logo. On the back, you get that dancing scene where she's doing that little weird dance. So the other side has the Megan prototype here. Here in this picture, she kind of like reminds me of Aubrey O'Day. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but Danity Kane, Aubrey O'Day, Dumb Blonde, if you didn't know Danity Kane, but you knew Dumb Blonde with her and Shannon, and then Aubrey, also the solo artist. But anyways, enough about Aubrey. And that's essentially the front slip cover. It does slip off like so, and it is revealed to have Megan inside, which I did snip her out because I only have one of this doll. I wouldn't mind 2, but I only have enough for 1 right now. But the inside of the box is basically the lab that Megan was made in, and all the wiring, etc., etc. Let's see, what else is there? Just like the face types and everything. And I'm not gonna go too much into depth of that, like I had mentioned, but then the sides are the Megan prototype pictures here, and then the Megan prototype there. And then on the back, we get this description of Megan. If you want to pause and read on your own, you may. But that's essentially the back and all of the box. Now let me go ahead, put this back, and we'll review the doll itself. Okay, so like always, the dolls that the Skullectors come with come in this nice thick card here, and it's a certificate of authenticity. Skullector times Megan, Rebecca Shipman was the designer, and Mattel Creations logo on the back. And then also these collectible dolls come with their own doll stand, so you'll see that the Megan doll stand here is just the normal Monster High doll stand, which is that generic kind of doll stand. But I do like the hip huggers better than the saddle stands. Now we're gonna start with the shoes as always. So Megan's shoes, we have the okay, so her shoes are just like a black shoe, right? But it does have the Skullector here on one side, and then the bottom has like the wiring, it looks like, of what you would see inside Megan. But then we have the object heels, which I'm gonna always say because I know a lot of people don't like them, but I like them. However, this one is a little bit bent and flimsy, so I don't know why they would pick this. But this is the paper cutter that she takes off and slashes the person. And then this one is the robot, the big robot thingy, I think. Yes. Her pants, leggings, they are a nice texture. I love the hint of the ones and zeros with the Skullector in it to match with the box that she comes in. And then her dress is a really nice quality. We get a tulle fabric at the bottom to puff out the bottom of the skirt, and I love the texture of this dress. I don't know what it is. It feels like it could be a satin, but then on top it's printed, but it's maybe like a film covering, maybe. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, like in the light here, it has like a film, but it makes it like a nice texture. And we get all these inside wirings that, you know, you would see in a robot. And I love the little hint of the skulls from the Skullector, the Monster High theme all around. And then into the back as well. It's a really neat design, neat dress here. Her arms, sleeves do have a netted white stretchy kind of fabric here. It is sewed in, I believe. Yeah, it is sewed in. It is sewed into her dress, which I'm not mad about. And then her bow here. Her bow has the blue, is it a satin? Yeah, it's like a satiny vibe there, of blues, whites, and reds. And I love that they added like blood drips on it. It's so cool. It's a neat little touch to the bow. And then you have the skull. Is it the Skullector? Yeah, it just doesn't have the bow for the Skullector in the center there. Now, before we move on to her face, let's look at her accessory. Her accessory is that Furby kind of thing that we see in the first movie. And I don't understand why they have a slit here, because you can't really put anything in it. So, like, I would have been okay if it was just closed and like a handbag or just a pet. I don't know. Like, the Monster High characters have pets that come with them, so I don't know why they do that, because you can't really put anything in there. I mean, my pinky can't even fit. Anyways, but this is a nice little touch to it. It does have some great textures, molds to it, the wings. It's a really nice touch that they added into this doll. Now, the face of this doll, we're gonna get into it. As you can see, her face comes off, if you didn't know already. But look at this. Like, you couldn't tell that this doll had a removable face if, you know, you were just looking at it in box. But the first face plate, the top, it's such a nicely well done. She looks kind of wonky because I think it's a little bit slanted on mine. There we go. But look at that print job. It is so beautiful. The blush, the lips, the eyes, the eyelashes. Just overall, it's a great print job that Monster High Mattel always does with these dolls. Now, as you can see down here, her face does come off. So you just lift this up. Oh! Just kidding. But it is kind of scary. But you get the inner workings of Megan. And I love the little details here that you can see. And of course, in the movie, her face does melt off, I think, or come off. I forgot which one it was. But you get to see the inner workings of Megan. And it's just really well detailed here, even though it's just the blacks and then the printing of the eyes. It's really well done. Let's see, her ears are kind of like robotic with the holes, but then the ears of her face are off here too. I'm not mad that they didn't include like earring pieces because, I mean, her face comes off. You don't need earrings. And I don't think Megan has earrings in the film. But then her hair is also a nice soft texture, and the curls, even though it is box hair, it really is well done. Like, this is a well done doll. And sometimes Monster High, when they do these Skullector dolls, they're not always well done. I mean, if I'm telling the truth, they're not always well done, but this Megan doll really is a high quality doll, and I really see the justifying the price of $65 for this doll, especially with the licensing of the movie and the whole gimmick with the face coming off, and they give us a purse with it. I think it's a really well done doll, and it does justify the price. So my rating of this Megan doll, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I don't think there's really anything wrong with this doll. I love the quality of the dress. I love the face that comes off. I think the only maybe thing that I would have chose different was this object heel, because it is kind of giving, like, I feel like if you were to do this a lot, or like, I don't know, if you were to maneuver it in some kind of wrong way, it can just peel off, I guess. But the bag is cute too, but I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I really like this doll, and I wouldn't mind getting a second one. If funds do come out in my favor, I might get a second one of these. And maybe, I don't know, keep it in box. I don't know. I love Megan, and I like the movie too. It was really good. Let me know your thoughts on this doll review. Did you get the Megan doll? Is there just so many dolls coming out right now that you're just like, I need to pass on Megan, but maybe in the future if she's still available? What did you think of the movies? Have you seen the movies? What Skullector dolls are you excited to see come out in the future? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank y'all for coming in. I hope you have a great day, a great night, wherever you're at today. And remember to stay kind to yourself as well as to others. Simply Rye and Megan out.